We invited them. So if they have given you, they have issued you letter to authorizing you to represent them, it should also, they should have also written us. Then it's at that point we would have made it clear to them whether or not by our rules of engagement you are fit to represent them or not. There has been no communication. So my colleagues, I don't know if anybody has, but
I have of the letters of instruction.
yeah, you cannot be. We cannot entertain you. We are not doubting the fact that they gave you letter.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I appreciate it.
With due respect, son.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
You are a son, senior advocate of Nigeria.
Yes.
I am also a son, Sarki Ali Unasuru.
Fantastic, sir.
Yeah. Is the day we fixed for the external auditors of NNPC. There's the 4 auditing firms that have been engaged by NNPC to audit their financial dealings. Ahmed Zakari & Co., PwC, SIAO, and Dangana, Muktari Dangana and Co. These are the 4 external auditors of NNPC. We fixed today for these auditors to appear before this all-important committee in public hearing to clear issues of contention as far as the committee is concerned, and the audited financial statements of NNPC from 2017 to 2023. We've discovered as a committee, we discovered some areas that are not very clear to the committee. And of course, it is pertinent that those areas are cleared or are made clear to the committee for the committee to be able to discharge its required responsibilities well. That's why we are here today. I don't know if these 4 auditing firms are here or their representatives. If they are here, can they please come forward for appearance?
I'm here to represent the 4 auditing firms.
You are here to represent the 4. The 4 auditing firms are not registered as a consortium. And who are you?
My name is Uyitola Muyiwa Atuyi. By grace of God, is here. I have the letter of instruction.
The Auditor General and the Accountant General were petitioned to tackle the issue of probity, accountability, and transparency. So if there's any recommendation that are coming from the Office of the Auditor General for the Federation, we are very much in support of all the recommendations. It's just for the 2 offices to work together and ensure that those recommendations are fully implemented. And having come on board, I believe that I will look into all those remaining issues and make sure that those issues are resolved immediately. Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Mr. Shamsuddin Ogunjubi was the Director of Finance and Accounts under the regime of the last Accountant General of the Federation. Today, he is the Accountant General of the Federation. Mr. Shamsuddin, for and on behalf of this committee, I think it is extremely important for you to know that the committee will be disappointed if all the pending issues between your office and Office of the Auditor General for the Federation are not sorted, because you are not coming from outside the system. You are not only coming from the system, but you were a principal, actor, a key player within the system. You know, because the earlier these things are sorted, the better for everybody. There are a whole lot of responsibilities out there for us to take on, and to fast track, you know, providing or providing solutions to these issues. Cordial and mutual relationship, of course, will be a major determinant to the success of all of us. Having said that, what does that mean? That you are going to be proactive? Will that take away the rest of this thing today? No? Yes. Distinguished colleagues, are you impliedly saying...
Yes, sir. That's the assurance I'm giving the committee.
I understand your plight, and we're not out to witch hunt anybody, so that you can also give us what we need. I understand your plight, and I believe for anybody that will want this kind of working relationship, you've made a very good plea, but I think the 6 months you are asking for, 3 to 6 months is too long. You are not new in the system. You are part and parcel of what happened in the last regime. So please, let's not turn everything to academic or theory. Let's be very practical. Let people see that we are making progress. Can we have a very practicable date? If I'm sure the chairman will suggest something that maybe will be acceptable to both sides, so that let's not just keep everything in abeyance for long. Please.
Yeah. Distinguished colleagues, our guest, the House is here called to order, so that we give a press statement as regards to what just transpired between the committee and the external auditors of NNPC, who are actually supposed to appear before the committee today, and clearly none of them was here. A few minutes ago that we called on them, none of them was here, but rather a lawyer, a senior advocate of Nigeria, appeared before us for us to be told by him just here that he's been assigned to represent the 4 auditing firms. And going by the rules of engagement, we found him not fit and proper as at today to stand before us as a representative of the 4 auditing firms. So in that regard, or to that regard, in the wisdom of the committee, we are giving the auditors, external auditors of NNPC, 2 weeks from now, 2 weeks or 1 week committee? 1 week to appear before this committee, so that we take them one after the other on the issues that are contentious as far as audited financial statements of NNPC 2017 to 2023 is or are concerned. And if they do not appear 1 week from now, which is going to be next week, Tuesday, then the committee will have no choice other than to address the press fully and invoke the powers available to us to compel their appearance. Otherwise, we let the Nigerian public and the rest of the world know what are those contentious, what are those issues in contention. Having said this, it is...
Mr. Chairman, before you finally conclude, Mr. Chairman, before you finally conclude, now, if we are...
to tell you or to confirm to you that from this side of the divide, we're always ahead. The committee you are forming, or you have formed, is an emulation of what this committee has done. We have created, or we have put in place as a committee, subcommittees that will handle the issues that have got to do with the various ministries, departments, and agencies that we have. The subcommittee on Office of the Accountant General of the Federation on the issue or issues that have got to do with Auditor General for the Federation's report on the year 2020. Take the names. The committee is chaired by the chairman of the committee, Senator Ahmed Wadada Aliyu. And then it has Senator Eze Kenneth Emeka as member, Senator Victor Ume as member, Senator Dankwambo Ibrahim Hassan as member, Senator Tony Nwoye as member, Senator Kevin Chukwu as member, and Senator Osita Ungu as member, and as well as Senator Mustafa Saliu as member. That, or those, the names mentioned are members of the subcommittee on your office. So that, the work will be much easier, much faster, and clearer by the time you begin to, your office interfaces or begins to interface with this subcommittee. And the first meeting, the date of the first meeting shall be conveyed accordingly to you, Mr. Accountant General of the Federation. Just like I said earlier, of course it will be ridiculous if these issues are not, because you are, you have always been what you have been before today. And today, you wear the cap. So there should be no excuse. And we are here. The issues did not start with us, but we are very much conversant with the issues. And we are able and willing to solve the problems, because that's why Nigerians gave us mandate to be on this side of the divide, to see how best solutions can or should be provided to the various problems we have. So it's on the issue of 6 months or 3 months to 6 months period, Mr. Accountant General, I am Chairman General, and so it is in the wisdom of the committee. The difference between you and us, you as second person plural, and us here is, I can communicate with my colleagues sitting here without going physically. Or no, when we look at each other, we know that yes. So it is in the wisdom of my colleagues here. I have communicated with all of them that you are given 4 to 6 weeks to sort out this.
So the committee, another committee has already been set up to look into all this, made up of retired and serving directors in my office, who are generally looking at the totality of what has been raised. And like I said, I can assure you that very soon we're going to get a response.
Okay, the committee has important for you to know the 4 auditing firms, external. No, it's for children. It is not, and even if it is, so the appearance of these 4 auditing firms, SIAO, PwC, Muktari Dangana and Co., and Ahmed Zakari and Co. are the 4 external auditors or auditing firms to NNPC. And they are now to appear before this committee next week, Tuesday, the 27th of May, 2025 at 2 p.m. Anything short of that, we shall invoke the powers available to us as a committee to compel appearance, because the issues at stake are very, very sensitive issues that cannot just be allowed to go without getting them sorted. Sorted in the sense that we as a committee here representing Nigerians should have clear, the issues must be cleared and be made clear to us, so that going forward we will be able to discharge the responsibilities bestowed on us in the right manner. With this, is the Accountant General of the Federation here now?
Yes, sir. The financial statements of the Federation. Issue 1 here says, low implementation of prior year audit recommendations. Paragraph 114 of the Financial Regulation FR 2009 states, and I quote, ensuring the existence of an effective audit query unit / sections to promptly deal with all queries from internal audit unit, inspectorate department, Office of the Accountant General of the Federation, Office of the Auditor General and Public Accounts Committee. Audit observed from the review of the status of implementation of audit recommendations of the Federal Government of Nigeria Consolidated Financial Statements for the year ended 31st December 2019, that from a total of 32 Auditor General for the Federation's recommendations, 6 representing 19% were fully implemented, while 5, that is represent 16% recommendation, was still in progress, and 21 representing 66% of the recommendation were not implemented, as shown in the table below. The risk that it could breed management inefficiency. 2, loss of public funds. 3, suboptimal decisions by those charged with governance. And the office recommended to us, 1, that the Accountant General of the Federation should be requested to comply with the provision of financial regulations on implementation of audit recommendation. 2, they should furnish evidence of compliance with I above to the Public Accounts Committee of the National Assembly. 3, otherwise sanctions relating to gross misconduct specified in paragraph 3129 of the financial regulations to apply. That's issue 1, Mr. Chair.
Thank you very much.